What's up, family? Came out this morning to relax and meditate. And as you can see behind me, I got my fire pit going. I'm doing some biochar, making some biochar this morning. So I came out here to relax, watch the leaves fall off the tree, and just relax, right? Meditate while the fire pit's going. Then later on, I'm gonna make some biochar. Talk about that in a sec. So I was feeling really good when I came out here, right? And I went over to my greenhouse and I noticed that some fool had went in there and tossed up all kinds of a whole bunch of my plants and smashed them all up over there. Did a pretty good job in my greenhouse. I seen some evidence too that somebody was trying to burn my greenhouse. And this all this leads back to Uncle Pappy. Uncle Pappy was raging the other day, last week sometime, that Ike is gone. He's upset that Ike was, taken away from the Bull's garden because of his behavior. So we had to put Ike down. So he's raving, going crazy, breaking stuff and all that. Comes back from rehab, looking like he had to go back to rehab. You know what I mean? Falling all over the place. This Uncle Pappy is been with me. I brought him in from Boston about 3 years ago. So he came and moved in down here, living downstairs with Rasta Man, my boy Rasta Man, aka Kalidos. So he's a bad influence, you know what I mean? But he's my older brother. What can I do? You know what I mean? I need to put him in a 165-day rehab. Anybody out there know of any rehab that takes somebody like an Uncle Pappy in for about 165 days? 365 days. We need to totally get rid of him for the whole year. So he broke some of my plants. Some of these were already sold. He's breaking plants. So I need to get rid of this Uncle Pappy for good. So if any of you all have any ideas how you keep somebody from keep coming back to your place, you come back in and sweet talk the old lady, and then the old lady feels sorry and tell him to give him another chance. I've given him about 9 chances already. So we're gonna have to find out what we're gonna do about Uncle Pappy. Anyway, getting back to what I really came out here for today, right? Making some biochar. Now, every fall, as soon as the burn order goes into effect, I start burning. I'll make a lot of ash as well. And I once it cools down, then I'll store it in containers. So I have a lot of biochar. I always mix that into the soils, into the garden beds, soil banks, whatever I can create some soil, ash will be there in one way or another, right? So what I also love making is biochar. Now, for those of you that don't know what biochar is almost like a charcoal form, right? So what you want to do is, right, you don't want your fire kind of burning the way it is right now, because right now I'm just chilling and want the fire pit going. And so I'm going to go ahead and let that turn to ash. I'll collect that ash, and then later on I'll start the fire, right? Now lay the wood down, right? Lay the wood down, and you let it burn slow, because you don't want the wood to totally burn out and turn to ash. You want it to turn into a charcoal. So you gotta keep it smothered, and as it burns slow, and then when it's you see the wood that's nice and burnt up, right? You want it to go burn all the way through, but you don't want it again. That's why you want to keep putting wood on top of it, because you want the wood underneath it burning, but not flames coming out, because you want it to burn slow. So that way it'll turn into biochar. After you soak it down, and then you take out the briskets, and you just want to snap them and make sure that they're burnt all the way through, but not ash, right? Because ash should just disappear. So anyway, that's how you get the biochar. Now the biochar, I like using it. I've been using it for several years. Even before I moved here, I've been making biochar. I don't know, maybe 15 years or so. And what you want to do is, like, you can put the biochar, smash it up. You can smash it up really good. Fine. You want to break it up, right? Now the biochar, what it has, right? There's a whole bunch of voids and whatnot inside the biochar, right? And what happens is it acts like a sponge after you bury it, right? And what's great, also, I'll get back. What's also great about the biochar is, right, that it'll stay in your soil for hundreds of years, right? It just won't, like if you put wood chips down there, right? They'll just decay and turn into good soil, right? But with the biochar, what'll happen is it'll retain moisture and also nutrients, right? Nutrients from the soil will collect inside the voids of the biochar, right? And help it to retain moisture. And now the soil life, the soil web, color like a web, right? Will have like a whole bunch of I don't know exactly what you call it, right? But your plants, right? Your plants can connect, right? And when it's dry out, the moisture, right, from the biochar will help provide nutrients and water for your plants. So just, if you're interested in making some biochar, right, just read up on it so you can get a better understanding of what biochar does for a garden. It's just an amazing thing. Also, you could take the biochar, right, and mix it into your compost piles, and that way also when you're feeding your plants, and putting compost around your plants, also you're putting in there some biochar, will help retain moisture and nutrients and stuff like that for your plants. The biochar, right, also, not only does it provide moisture for your plants, but it also helps feed. It's like a fertilizer. It helps feed your plants. So it's a great fertilizer. It's a great moisture uh, reservoir holder for your plants, and it just makes your soil so much better. Um, I could tell that from just a few years of using it. You know what I mean? You can see your plants. Your plants are more vibrant. You when you're digging around and adding more fertilizer to your plants, you can see the biochar that you have put in there the previous years and stuff like that. And it's just an amazing the way it looks after you find some of the biochar in there. It's just almost like a clunk of a hot brisket, right? But you know that the soil life, right, connects to that and it's like a web, right? Take it like a web, feeding and providing moisture for your plants and nutrients and stuff like that. So I suggest, if you have the space to burn some brush, whatever, you can make it, just with the brush that you limbs and stuff like that. Just burn it, make biochar, and help make a better life for your plants out in the garden and stuff like that. Okay, so you take care, and you all have a blessed day. I'm going to enjoy myself, just relax out here, and then later on I'm going to go in and deal with Uncle Pappy. I'm going to drag him out here and make him restore what he did to me. All right, you all take care. Have a blessed day.